Hey everybody, Clint Rickey here with Champion's Choice. In this video I'm going to be installing and showing you how to use our commercial earbuds, our plastic earbuds. Now, like many of our products, these are not, and they are specifically designed not to be form specific. I'm going to show you a technique how you can use these earbuds on any form on the market. So this particular earbud is our medium back earbud. This is our medium commercial ear. You have to get the medium earbud to match up with the medium ear, but they fit in very seamlessly, nicely. Your earbud anatomy is already done for you. Take a Sharpie, and we're going to hold this up to the angle that we want our ear. Okay? Right about here. Now remember this muscle, and I'm going to draw on this. This muscle right here goes right to that antler burr as far as the angle goes. Okay? So once we get that the right angle, we're going to simply take our marker and draw this out. Just like so. These earbuds need to be sunk into that form a little bit. So I trace that out, and I'm going to take my sharp knife and I'm just going to gouge out this foam. Don't worry about taking too much foam out, because we're going to replace this foam with clay. So I'm just going to work on let's see if we can fit it in. We got quite a bit more to go. I'm going to get a shorter knife. Keep chunking foam out and keep setting this in here. And the goal of this is this front right here where your mannequin is, and this needs to be flush. I want that flush right here. And this is getting really close. A little bit more out. Right there. Just like so. So you see how this is flush and this is flush. Okay? So we're going to do two techniques. This technique I'm going to do on this side, I'm going to use clay. Any clay works. This is just cheap. I'm not sure where Tim got this clay. It's just cheap air dry clay. And I'm going to simply just pack this with clay. Now I would do all this right here before I mount the deer in my prep work. I pack that with clay. I take my earbud and I would push this in just like so. Like that. Okay? I take it off. I'd go ahead, take the antlers off, pull the cape on, and I have a nice bed right here now where this would be in the cape. Slide it on, stick it on before I sew it up. And the one thing you're going to have to do, or I should say two things, is we have to use our imagination now. Imagine this is, the cape is on. Before you sew this up, I'll take a roll of clay about the size of my pinky, and I'd lay it right here. And through the skin, now I would just kind of push to feather this out right here. Okay? You'd even take a little roll of clay and just put around this ear butt. Just like that. Now, one thing is though, the top. This top, there's some anatomy up here that you're going to want to rebuild. And it's going to require a little bit more clay. So you're going to come up here and you'll see the gap. And this would be all done when, right before we sew this up. We take that and we would pack this with clay. Same as back here. And if you're going to put wrinkles back there, you could put some clay wrinkles, etc. So this is what it would look like underneath the skin now. That's your commercial technique that I would use. Simple. You don't use as much clay. One big benefit to these earbuds though, they allow you to get the cant right. A lot of taxidermists will not get this wing right here canted down far enough. This won't, when you put that ear liner in that earbud, it's set for you at the correct angle. So this is your simple commercial earbud technique. On this other side now, I'm going to do something a little different. Instead of clay, I'm going to use Bondo. It's just going to be a little bit more rigid, a little bit more precise how it's all going to go together. So I'm going to do that next. So I did the exact same thing as I did on my clay side. This is just a different technique, one that's a little bit more rigid for you. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to mix up some Bondo. And instead of clay, I'm going to pack this with Bondo. After I do that, I'm going to put some mold release on my ear, set that in, and hold it until my Bondo kicks. And then I'll have a really nice solid surface instead of the clay. So I'm going to mix up Bondo here. And this time we're going to mix this up even hotter than I did before. Just because I don't like to wait. Now when you get good at it, if you choose this technique, you can do both sides at once and do it fairly quickly. You know, the only drawback of this is it's obviously much more expensive. We're going to mix this even hotter. We really don't have time. And it's lunchtime. And I'm hungry. So we'll mix this up. We're going to just simply put us some Bondo in there. Very important step now. We need to put a mold release on this. WD-40 is mold release. You can use Pam cooking spray. Anything. You could probably spit on it and that will work. That we get this coated with some sort of mold release. Okay. Now I'm going to stick this on and hopefully have a little bit of what I call this oozation. It's going to ooze out. We're just going to take our finger, kind of feather this a little bit. Okay. Now we're just, most of the time I have to hold this. Sometimes it just wants to sit like this one is, but a lot of times I'm just going to hold this. And you know, if you mix your Bondo up hot, I mean, you might have to hold this for a minute or two. So we'll just sit here for a second, let this kick, and I'll show you the next step. So our Bondo has set. It's kind of in that gel state that we all know. Right now we can take our knife and we can trim some edges up. A lot of times I just take my finger and peel it off. Go back, trim this up. So now we're just going to wiggle this. Just wiggle it back and forth slightly and pull. And now what we have is a really good index here. Nice, flush, flat, hard surface once that kicks. So now when you go to mount this deer, you'll slide this in your cape, pull your cape on, and you're going to have an exact spot for that earbud to sit in. Okay. You'll still have to take just a little bit of clay to feather on these edges, but this is just a little bit, like I said, a little bit more solid technique. It does cost a little bit more because it's costing you some Bondo. So whatever you choose, whether you choose the clay method or this Bondo method, these earbuds are a time saver. a bit of a material saver, but also very anatomically accurate, and will just help your mounts look that much more real, lifelike, and help you get them done quicker. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to check out our earbuds, our ear liners, and all of our products on our website, championschoicesupply.com. We'll see you next time.